Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing a lovely Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra Day-Date. Graceful with a lovely two-tone appearance, the black and the silver is handsome on my 16cm circumference wrist. The 41.5mm stainless steel case wears easily. A timepiece that's neither thick nor thin, at 14mm thick. It does have a conical bezel that ensures it should slide underneath just about any cuff, including most dress shirts. From lug to lug, the watch measures a very manageable 48.3mm, and you'll find that this watch will wear well on a wrist as small as 14cm circumference. It has a spacing between the lugs of 20mm, which means you will have many strap options in that universal strap size. But the factory strap is well chosen. It is a matte finish, large rectangular scale alligator leather. It is black. It has a wonderful, almost suede-like texture under the fingers, folded edges, monotone stitch. There's calfskin on the underside. As you can see, this is a brand new Omega factory strap. And there is an Omega factory clasp, a full deploying clasp, satin finish, muted, nicely understated. You must release both triggers, as I'll demonstrate, to open up this clasp so it can't accidentally pop open. Inside you'll find a minderless system, which means it removes strap minder loops from the watch. You tuck in the strap, you dig it underneath these little ears that allow it to sit flush in the clasp. Then once you've strapped it on to match your wrist size, there are no minder loops externally. There is no excess length visible because all the excess length is underneath the clasp. It's a clever and clean system and one I endorse wholeheartedly. I approve of this clean and innovative system that has remained a mainstay of Omega clasps since the early 2000s. The rest of the industry is still catching up. The case itself, however, dates back to the mid-60s. As you can see, the lyre-style lugs of the Omega case have been with us on Seamasters and Speedmasters since at least 1965. The inward faces turn inward, the outward faces turn outward, and there's a polished bevel that runs the length of the case with the side sheer longitudinal satin finished, contrasting with the polish of the bevels and the contrast of the conical bezel. The dial is handsome and balanced. Everything's arrayed along a north-south or 12-to-6 axis. You have the 60-second index, the day, the Omega marquee and logo. You have the hands, you have the coaxial advertisement. It's there in case you ever want to see it. It's there to remind you what you bought. And then you have the date, you have the index at 6 and numeral 30. Vertical teak deck striation, that's a system designed to remind you that this is a surf-turf Seamaster designed more for the master of a yacht, a la Rolex Yachtmaster. It's not designed to be a hardcore diving Seamaster, but rather a highly water-resistant timepiece that's equally at home on the boardwalk or in the boardroom, or as I often like to say, within the yacht club dining hall as well as the deck of your craft. All applique indices, applique Omega logo and marquee high-grade dial with a sunken track outboard for Arabic numeral minutes and seconds, and then you have a few subsidiary setting modes. You have the stop seconds function, so you can set the watch to a reference time, and then you have a double quick set for the date at 6 o'clock and the day up at 12 o'clock. So you have a double quick set system, just like a contemporary Rolex Day-Date. Turn the watch over, you can see protected down to 150 meters thanks to the screw-down crown and screwed-in caseback. Manufacturer caliber, or I should say exclusive Omega caliber 8602. It's made by ETA for Omega exclusively. No other swatch brands use this caliber or technology. Twin mainspring barrels prevent drop-off of amplitude after 24 or 48 hours. That's a problem with single barrel movements. Plus you get a robust 60-hour power reserve. Bidirectional automatic winding. You have a full balance bridge with a free sprung index for shock resistance. You have a silicone hairspring for amagnetism, and it is amagnetic. Over 15,000 Gauss. It is a very robust system. That's 1.5 Tesla. So you can be in proximity to MRIs and this watch will shake it off. You can also see the shuriken-like tri-level coaxial escapement underneath my finger. It has a separate bridge just below the main balance bridge. The tri-level coaxial is the latest evolution of a system invented by independent watchmaker George Daniels of Britain back in 1974. Omega first serialized it in 1999, and now 20 years later in 2019 it has been perfected, delivering the short-term precision, long-term timing stability, and reduced maintenance requirements that Daniels advertised. The secret is 3 levels of escape wheel, essentially operating only in tangential contact, such that they have low lift angles and very minimal parasitic drag on the total escapement. So it's a very low friction escapement system, and it remains one of the most sophisticated escapements you can purchase for under $50,000. It's a good looking movement. Though mechanically finished, there are bevels on the edge of the bridges, a handsome spiral arabesque Cote de Genève, both blackened and polished screws. Good looking and technically sophisticated. It beats away at the coaxial specific beat rate of 25,200 vibrations per hour, and it pivots on 39 joules. You can see and purchase this handsome Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra Day-Date. Make it yours on the Watchbox.